So, I've been working on this tool for practicing complicated moves in Dr. Mario, and last night I generated a bunch of random levels for the tool. I thought it would be fun to try them out. They're sort of challenge levels, and I wanted to double check that all of them were solvable by humans at medium speed. So we're going to be doing that, giving each of them a once through to make sure they're doable. If you're following along on YouTube, then there will be a link in the description to where you can get this tool and instructions for how to use it. Let's get going. Alright. So, the way this works is it sets up the board in a particular format and then lets you play that format over and over. And you can see in the top left it's telling how many frames it took to lock the pill on successful passes. Hello, Daggett! And in just to the right, in red, if I screw up, it's showing how many frames it took to lock into a bad position. And alright, so normally it would let you play the level until you beat it 15 times, but I'm just going to be doing it once each, so let's advance to the next level here. Oh boy. Oh, this one's gonna be rough. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna have to get the timing just right on these two rotates, because that's a long horizontal traverse. I don't know if this one's gonna be doable. Oh boy. Who designed these? Oh, come on, I pressed that button. You know I did. Give me a break. Oh, almost. Just didn't rotate again at the end. Oh boy. I might have to mark this one as undoable. Let's see, let's give it a few more tries here. Be the task you want to see in the world. That's right. I am tool assisted. I feel very confident that this could be done if I slowed the emulator down or something. Oh, that was almost it. I feel it. I know it's possible. It's gotta be possible. Oh, come on. Any particular reason you're streaming again? I don't know, I just got back into it. I stopped... Okay, so, alright, so here's the real reason. The real reason is, I had no reason not to stream. I stopped because I wanted to have background music that I held the copyright to. Oh, come on. This has to be possible. And so I had a grand plan, which was I was going to create a program which would create randomly generated chiptunes, and it was going to sound amazing, and then nobody would be able to say it was copyrighted, and I could just play that in the background. And like, I know people have been doing like the computer generated music thing forever, and it's really hard, but I had lighter goals, so I thought it was going to be achievable. My lighter goal was, I don't need it to sound like good music, I just need it to be not distractingly bad. Okay? So I thought this was achievable, but it turns out that even that modest goal takes a heck of a lot of time, And the tool that I started out using to do CG music was really finicky and gross, and I ended up spending probably 30 to 40% of my time just trying to get it to like run in real time when like it wasn't even doing complicated calculations. Anyway, if you want to see where I landed on that and you're into that kind of thing, I have a GitHub repo. This one, I'm gonna mark this as unsolvable. Like maybe I did it! Oh baby. Alright. Wow, how is this supposed to work? Okay. Is this one of those perfect is the enemy of good or whatever the phrase is? Just use the deep learning thing. Deep learning. Yeah, I mean, I would be into that, except I don't even know what training data I would use. But yeah, I have a GitHub repo with some code for Sonic Pi, if you know what that is. And like, it actually sounds relatively musical. I didn't get to do, I really wanted to like, oh yeah, this one's doable. Alright. One's a lot easier than the others. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to try to solve these and talk at the same time. Oh, come on! Well, let's be honest, streamers. That didn't solve. Okay, this is solvable by humans. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Sonic Pi. Yeah, there's still a lot I want to do with that, and I do plan to get back to it. But it's on hold for now, and in the meantime, I'm just not having music and streaming anyway. So that's where my head is at for this. Alright, what are we doing here? Alright, so we're gonna go down here. Oh my goodness. This is like rotate on every row. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Oh! Alright, so let's get down there again and figure out if I always rotate in the same direction. Do I want to rotate in the same direction at the end or the other direction? The other direction. Okay, so this should be solvable. You should help me with my next project. I want to make a combo randomizer for Mega Man 1 to 6. There are 46 RoboMasters, so I'm going to pull 8 of them, 8 stages and 8 weapons, and mash it into one game. Oh my god. They're not even for the same platform, are they? I figured out the answer and then immediately forgot it. Alright. This is why I am not a good gamer. Excellent. Doable. I guess I have to go down here. Cool. Solvable. 1 to 6 are all NES games. Okay, that helps. Even so, like, is there enough space on a cartridge? Like, what? How? Okay, so what is your plan? Oh, that was almost it. Just got to get a rotation at the end. Oh. What if I hold left before I get there? Yeah, that's much better. Oops. Tough to get the timing of that rotation, because you gotta get the one before it falls. There we go. Alright, that's solvable. I assume I have to go over here somehow. Oh yeah, this is doable. Oh, come on! Why didn't that rotate? Oh, I bet I clicked it too soon before it had space above. Alright. I bet there's enough space. The engines did change. That's gonna hurt. I'm hoping that at least one of their engines can be used for all the content. Currently that's probably going to be Mega Man 4. But I might have to rewrite significant portions and make a new Mega Man 6.5 engine or something like that. Have you done much 6502 assembly programming before? Oh! Oh no! Okay. What is this madness? Hey DM Hero, how's it going? I am playing with a tool I created recently for practicing weird Dr. Mario moves, and I wrote a second tool which generates random levels for this thing, and I'm just making sure that all the levels that it created are actually solvable by humans. So normally it would make you solve each puzzle 15 times, let you solve each puzzle 15 times to practice before it advanced, but I'm going to be doing each one just once or twice, unless I'm having fun, in which case I might do a few more like I'm doing here, because I really like this level. It's got a cute little twist at the end there. Not a big issue, but your gain is high. It seems like your voice is clipping. Oh, alright, let's get that fixed up. Should be easy to do. 1 second here. Let's turn it down 10 dB, and let's see if that's a little better. I'll turn the game sound down a little bit too, so that it stays mixed well. And you should tell me if that sounds a bit better. Glad to have that feedback. Thank you. Oh, come on, that was it. Hey, sounds like it's better. Good. So yeah, have you done much 6502 programming, Jason? Sorry, the Daggett. I've outed you as a Jason. Doxed. That's against the terms of service or something, right? Get him kicked off immediately. I made a 6502 emulator. Okay, but that's not 6502 programming, I would point out. Yes! Alright. It's not bullying. I guess it's bullying. I don't know. How do you solve this? It's more of this crazy trick where you just rotate on every row. Wait, but how do I get over to the left? Because if I wait until I go below that virus, it'll be too late. Oh, I gotta... Oh, boy. Okay, this is gonna be quite a lot of horizontal movement at the bottom here. Let's see if it's doable. Oh yeah, that's doable. That's no problem even. Or maybe I just got lucky. Oh, man. My clear rate is so bad. Alright, we got that one. Saved it. How hard could it be to learn yet another assembly is what I figure. True. Pretty well documented machine nuances. People have documented the ROMs. That'll help a lot. I have several people who would love this. Hey, DM Hero, let me send you a link. It's got instructions for downloading it and for about how to use it. And let them know that it's pretty awesome. So this is, it works specifically with the FCEUX emulator. So if you weren't playing with that emulator, well, you'll have to try it, I guess. But yeah. It's also got, what the heck? How can you get over there? It's also got a bunch of easier levels. This is like, these are like the challenge levels, but I also just wanted to try, you know, some simple stuff and practice getting my movements automatic. So I'll show some of that later once I've double checked that all the challenge levels are actually solvable. Dragons are cool, don't you agree? Cool, that one's solvable. I guess I'm probably gonna have to go to the left. The right is like guaranteed to be a red herring here. Oh, I've never met a dragon I didn't like. Same. Can we all agree that one of the most profound quotes from any video game was said by a dragon? What is better, to be innately good or to be good through effort, or whatever it was? Man, that was such a great quote. Alright, this one looks pretty straightforward. Of course. Oh, come on. Party snacks, exactly. That sounds right. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Why am I so bad? Yes. Yes. Hey, see you around. Spread it as much as you want. I posted it to the speedrunning forums, and nobody made any reply, which made me feel great. Speedrun.com, I think that's the only place where there's actually leaderboards for Dr. Mario NES. Oh, come on! What is this? Oh! Oh my god. I'm not precise enough for this game. Oh, so close. God, okay. I read r speedrun, but not very often. This is primarily a dumping ground for world records. I don't do Reddit anymore. They had some security breach ages ago. I don't know, ages is like a year ago or so. And they made people change their passwords, which, okay, I get it. Like, no problem. But I changed my password, And then, like, literally a week later, they said, hey, you have to change your password again, because I don't know why. And then, like, something went wrong with their form and it wouldn't let me fix it, and I don't know, I just gave up. I stopped doing Reddit entirely. I've been meaning to give it up for a while because it's an enormous time sink, and most of the stuff you get from that sink is not worth it, but I don't know. It took a trigger, you know? Oh, come on! Oh, come on! I've done that so many times now. Learn! In my experience with speedrunning communities, you need to find the community-specific Discord server. Oh, that would be good. I don't know if there is one for Dr. Mario, but if there is, I'd totally join it. Maybe DM Hero knows, and if he does, he should totally speak up and let me know about it. And then I will know about it, and anybody who watches the... can we just mark this as solvable by humans, even though I personally can't do it? Because I've gotten the pill down into the right spot. I just did the wrong rotation. Ah! Okay, okay. Honesty. Honesty. No! Backwards percent. Yes. Oh, yes! I did it! Get wrecked. Alright, what's happening here? We have to go to the right? Of course we do. Wait! But then how do we get back to the left? I guess the hole in the middle of the screen? Alright, so here we go. Yeah, nailed it. Oh, this has to be doable. Oh, we're back to the beginning. This is the very first one. Okay, cool. So that's all of them. I'm going to modify the configuration real quick here, and I can show off some of the easier ones that I've done just for fun. And then, if I'm still having fun, I'll probably try to do an actual run. Give me just a second to modify the config. We'll just uncomment these lines here. Going to have to close. Don't panic. Don't panic. For maps like this one, can you have it choose randomly between red, yellow, and yellow, red? So that's not programmed in at the moment. It should be possible. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas about how to extend it. And that seems like it would be a nice one as well. But yeah, I mean, this is still in its early stages, so I'm still sort of figuring out what it's good for and that kind of thing. But so yeah, so this is the normal levels. They're much easier, but you know, I just wanted to have a way to practice getting it into this position and like getting fast and accurate at it. And the other thing this lets me do is it lets me experiment with different ways of doing it. So like here I'm holding left until it gets in position and then holding down. But you could also imagine, like, what if you just hold down and press left? Turns out that's a little bit faster, and you can see in the top left the frame count. It's a little bit, you know, I'm getting 34s and 36s when I hold down and move to the left, instead of the 45s that I was getting when I went left first and then down. So, you know, it's good to experiment with those little with those things. you know, if you can save 10 frames like that on every pill, you know, it's probably 250 to 300 pills in a game, so that's a pretty significant chunk of time savings. Of course, for me, I can't press left very rapidly, so it's really not safe to do it unless the pill really needs to get all the way to the bottom like it does on these easy levels that I've made. But you can set up the board however you want, so you can practice and you can see how high you can set the target location and still be able to hit it with whatever technique you're trying. And I've been nailing these ones, so it's not showing this feature off, but there's a little 100% just to the right of the average frame time. If you miss, that percentage goes down, so it tells you your accuracy, and you can use that to sort of help you judge when to do something, like how safe a particular maneuver you're practicing is. And that can help you make decisions in the game, you know, because you can you know, if you're getting something that's under 90% accuracy for you, you only have to be in that situation a few times to be pretty sure that you're gonna screw one of them up and ruin the run. So okay, for maps like this one, can you no, we already did that. If holding down the fastest, is holding down the fastest down, or does tapping it go faster? Holding down is definitely the fastest, with some caveats, which is when you're holding another directional arrow, that takes precedence. So the auto shift, so like, okay, so I'm just gonna hold down this entire time. I'm not gonna let go, and I'm going to, when the pill is halfway down the screen or so, I'm gonna press and hold the right arrow. Okay, so you can see that, like, while it's doing the shift, it's not dropping as quickly until I let go of the right arrow, and then when I let go, like right now, then it resumes dropping as quickly as possible. And that drops, the pill drops one row every other frame if you are holding down and not any other directional arrows. And the game actually only checks every other frame whether the down button is pressed, so tapping cannot make it go faster than that, it turns out. And it is super frustrating that it only checks every other frame, actually, for other tools that I've been working on, but are not yet ready to unveil. But yeah. Little theory crafting for you, if you're still following along. So, I'm just gonna finish off. This is the last level that I haven't shown on stream yet. This has a lot of the flavor of the randomly generated ones that I was showing before, but I made this one by hand to sort of show off some of the weird tricks that you can do with kicks and the way the rotation mechanics work. So the other fun thing that this tool let me test was there's a relatively well-known bug where if you press left and a rotate button on the same frame, the pill moves left 2 columns instead of 1. And I was really curious whether you could use that to teleport through pills, but it's really hard to, like, it's hard to set up a good test setup for finding that out. And even if you do, you can only use it once or twice before the board starts getting full of other junk. So this was a really good tool for helping me test whether you could do that. It turns out the answer is, as far as I can tell, no. You cannot teleport through viruses. So that's a shame. It would be a really niche trick, though, because managing to press those 2 buttons at the same time is already a relatively low success rate trick. At least for me. I don't know. Maybe other people are better. But, so you wouldn't want to be, like, relying on that. Seems like a really easy thing to check with the task editor. You can't use the task features on the Linux version, or can you? So you can use some of the tasks tools on Linux. So you can pause emulation, and you can single step, and you can control which buttons are pressed, and you can save state, and you can record movies and play them back and stuff like that. So that's probably enough to do that kind of testing as well. I don't have a really good reason for why I didn't do that. Just didn't think of it. Would have been a great idea. Oh, there's one more I hadn't shown you, I guess. This one is for practicing your last second timing. Probably I can hit this every time if I just stop a little early, but you know, with speedruns you want to stop just at the right time, so this is for practicing that. The other thing, I guess it would be interesting to practice, does flipping and then pressing down go faster? So that was 247 without pressing down. That was longer. That seems strange. Oh, and then it advanced. Okay. Anyway, we tried to do a 4-flip moving left when trying to get top left corner on high. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons the bug is really well known, is because it's basically the only way for a human to get to the top left at high speed. So yeah, like if you can manage to move left and flip twice, that'll get you there. And pressing twice before it falls one row is sort of possible at the beginning. For me, it's basically impossible after it speeds up any number of times. But yeah, the Windows version of FCUX gives you a player piano-like interface where you can specify the exact inputs for each frame. That seems like it would be really nice. The Linux user interface is really impoverished by comparison to the Windows one. It doesn't have the debugger facilities. It doesn't have the hex editor or the memory editor. It's missing a lot of stuff, and I'm really sad about that. I tried running it under Wine, and it didn't immediately work, so I gave up. Yeah, so that's Krif Ulse in a nutshell. I'm gonna turn it off now and do an actual run.